Alrighty. Well, as I said, this is a late night stream. Trying to find a place for this game in the new schedule. I still want to keep up with CK3. I just don't know exactly where to put it. So we're trying this out. Maybe this will be the new time slot for it. It's only going to be 2-ish hours, though, this one. People watching the VOD, obviously that might be wrong. You will know. I don't know yet. Present me, shooting for about 2 hours. Future me, who the fuck knows? But yes, we will continue the Imperial Isles as Autocratia Philomela. Now, it has been about 2.5 weeks. It's been a hectic couple weeks since we've played this game. Actually, it's probably only been about a week and a half, but it's been hectic. So I'm going to need to take a second to remember what we were doing, and I desperately hope that this works. There might have been updates in the past couple weeks. I don't know. The game might have broken. We don't know. Okay, let's remember how to play. Nice. Can declare 69 wars. Hell yeah. This is a weird energy coming into this. We are Autocratia Philomela, a genius, but diplomatic a bit, fortune builder, content, patient, diligent. Our heir is little Philomela, who is a genius. She's the go-to because she's a genius. That is the best trait in the game. Don't at me. I mean, there might be better traits, but I mean, come on. Look at this. This is phenomenal. Apparently create a duchy. Oh yeah, I'll do it just so it's not yelling at me. Wasn't the problem that no one kept it? It kept bouncing around, didn't it? You. What the fuck? No, go. I never disabled the debug menu, did I? You bitch. This guy can have the thing. I don't really want it. Alright, so in terms of the Isles, I believe we had a failed invasion attempt against them, our lifelong rivals. We're also missing a chunk here. This is going to be a hell of a time getting our... Actually, that's not going to be that bad. Look how many units we have. Should we start off just reclaiming our land? I think we shall. Yes. De jure. We're going to go to war immediately. The soldier. Oh yes, didn't you have a... Wasn't one of your parents a very rudely named man? Or maybe it changed. Oh no, I don't want to lose renown. Fuck that. Who are you? Are you any good? You won't join anyway. You will. You know, I'll actually join you. You're kind of closer to her. It's going to be a real pain in the ass getting to where we need to go. But I'm still going to raise our entire army. Can we make a profit while having this army up? No, we cannot. Let's disband one of the armies then. I'll keep them here for now, for the moment. Because realistically, they have 4,000 units. We're fine. It'll take no time at all to siege, then when we have a bit of money, we build it up. We go way the hell down here. I don't know, we might reach the end of this today, or it might be a longer series. I remember our eventual goal was just to own all these islands and bits of the mainland. I don't know where we're going with it. Who are you? Bulgar. Bulgarder. Oh yeah, we were colonizing this, weren't we? Or at least beginning our colonization of it. There we are. We're gonna have to waddle our way down here, aren't we? Yep. Looks like it. So we have one going there. I guess our other should support and go there. I feel like a large overarching goal was also just to improve our capital more. Is the game a bit choppy, or is that just me? Might just be me. Oh, my mic's a little in the way. I can't quite see what's down there. Nepelium. That's right, we built all the buildings we wanted, and then we just need to upgrade it. We, of course, also have Chens, which eventually do military. I mean, honestly, military academies might be a good shout. Just because, I don't know, Nightly Chapter House, Griffin Roost. Oh no, we can't build a Griffin Roost, can we? Nor a Nightly Chapter House, Anti-Mage, do Royal Reserve maybe? That'd be more for this, wouldn't it? No duchy buildings for that slot. Oh well. Yep. Again, it's been a while. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Nick. Yes, I'm trying to figure out where CK3 fits into my new schedule with a new job. Because I work part-time now, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And CK3 didn't really have a time slot. So I'm going to try this, see how we feel with a Thursday evening CK3 stream. Maybe it will be good. We'll try. If it doesn't work, we'll figure something out. It has, of course, been about 2 weeks since we've done this, so I don't entirely remember what we're doing. Our mod is the Godherja mod, the same one that we've been playing with CK3 for a while. That's the main mod. The kind of, the dark fantasy, God is dead, everyone's in a bad way. We're an island empire, trying to make, really, I guess, just like the city of world's desire, essentially. Hello, hello. Hello, Cyclops. Welcome. How both y'all doing as well? Welcome, and how y'all doing? Coming in with a Joker laugh. All right. Weird energy tonight from everybody. Well, myself. How you doing? Enforce, give me my land back. Yeah, it is unexpected. I don't know if you saw, I got a new job. So schedule changed a little bit, and CK3 doesn't really have a time slot. So I'm trying this out. An evening stream for CK3. This, at least today's, this will only be a couple hours, 2 hours long. But if we like it, CK3 might be like a Thursday evening stream. Maybe. What does Griffin Roost do? That's a good question. Griffin Roost. Maintenance cost and recruitment cost for heavy cav. And eventually size of heavy cav regiments increased and Griffin effectiveness. We do not have access to Griffins, though, unfortunately. The Chevalier... Is it you? Yes, you can. Maybe we should play someone up here then, because I would love to give Griffins a go. I don't know where they would be, though. Oh, there it is. Griffin Riders. They cost $506 to create, $285 a month, or $2.85 a month. And raised that, though. 257 damage, 84 toughness, 45 pursuit, 20 screen. That is disgusting. I love it. What the hell song is this? Did my music mod get updated? Never heard this one before. You know, presentation, talked. Oh, hell yeah. Congratulations. That sounds amazing. Book, Bleach, fanfic is also just fun. Hell yeah. Amazing. And thank you. It is nice. It helped take a little of the pressure off, the stress off, because I was having a little bit of financial issue. Nothing serious, just, you know how money issues are sometimes. It gets a bit much. Just in the background. So that should be good. What is that? That's a new button. Convince de jure. Target counter requires its rules to hand it over to its de jure liege. What the fuck? That's a new button. I was thinking that you might, because I noticed that you're on a lot later. And I figured, if any game was going to be this late, have it one where the people that really like CK3 can watch CK3. Because a couple of the people that, are very much fans of CK3 over other games tend to be on later, rather than earlier. We have a babby on the way. We are Gregnant. Pergonant. Oh, it's not held by us, though. We can't build that. Trade ports upgrade. Our numerous attempts to curry favor not gone unnoticed can often be irritated by Shavenko's sudden interest in us. Can I shake the feeling that the man's intentions are not pure? I don't trust you. Leave me be. Late night existential dread. Love it. Yeah, I'm trying to remember mostly what we've done in this with the Imperial Isles and kind of the general direction. Oh yeah, this event. Passing through our gardens, hear the voices of two of our courtiers about our steward and vassal. They're fine. Is there anything special with the faction we're playing? A little bit, yeah. We're technically adversarians, which gives us... I believe it gave us the philosopher, astute diplomats, but it also gives us access to... some, I believe these, nice like Arcane Auxiliaries and Legion Raiders, magic, all sorts of fun stuff, as well as Imperial Religious Reformation, which is neat. Adversarian Plate, get some Legionaries. So we have all the same benefits of being on the mainland empire, but we're on the nice islands and are a little bit protected from what goes on the mainland. As you can see, There's really no Adversarians left on the mainland. They've all been eliminated. There's the slightest bit of their culture left scattered around the place. That's about it. Shame. We are the true successor to the Empire. Beyond that, there's not a whole lot that's special, I don't think. I mean, the religion. The religion really likes mages. That's really the main thing about this. Is being a mage is a virtue and pious and all that. Other than that, nothing, you know, game-breaking. Like, apparently griffins, because those were ridiculous. I want them. Oh, interesting. Nice. 69 wars able to be declared. Let us declare one of said wars, then. How about we clean up a few more of these islands? Ooh, 80? Wow. Oh, we'll be fighting them. Well, if we're quick about it, it won't matter. We can't conquer a duchy yet, can we? No. Okay, we're going to wait until we can conquer a duchy. Although, actually, no. You. Oops, no. Don't arrange a marriage. I want to kill you. Yes. Die. Destroy. We don't need all of this army, though. Just march in there, please. Philippa, great tenant renting some of our land, pulled an exceptional harvest due to her meticulous planning. Wishes to use some of her profits to purchase a piece of my estate. Wishes to build upon her success, grow more crops next year. Sure. I believe that's our capital. No, it's this one over here. Yeah. Get some gold. It gets dev growth. What is this song? I don't recognize any of this music. If I... yeah, if I make a vassal of the people of the Griffins, can I use their armies? I don't actually know. I don't believe so, because when we go to war, we raise our own levies from their force, but we don't actually conscript their army. Oddly enough. So I don't think so, unfortunately. I don't believe so. I might be wrong, but I don't think so. Alas, no griffins for us. I would love if there's able to just make a griffin breeding program, just steal the secrets. Very nice. I am a villain. He wants the little baby to be named Georgios. Sure. He's a genius, too. CK3 move. Marry them together. Make them horribly inbred. Yeah, what is this music? Hold on. I don't actually know how to... I'm sure there's a way to check. No idea. I think my music mod updated and added new tracks, because I've never heard this before. Strange. That's what happens when you don't play for 2 weeks. Everything gets weird. Our daughter and heir is... pensive. She thinks. Mention me for 30. We can hire a court physician. We probably should. In fact, I don't trust any of them to do it. Start a search. See of him having blood sword, winged black helmet. Winged helmet is badass. Like merciless. Oh. That is cool. I approve. I'll take the craven and generous. He's good at what he does, and he's probably not going to rise up against us. Yes, I approve greatly. Very cool. Oh god. Hell yeah, blood sword. Surprisingly easy to make, apparently. Sword out of blood. It only takes, like, what, 100 something bled enemies to make a sword out of their blood? Or something like that. It's actually not as high as you'd think, apparently, from what I remember. I was at 380. It's a little bit more than I thought. Still. Grant you. I like this song. I don't know. I like the energy. Make the rocks of... Oh, we can make the empire of the rocks of Quixote. And a kingdom. I will make said kingdom. Which now we need to expand our way that north. While fighting these guys. They're of House Gay. Amazing. I'm here for it. Meru. They might be easier to take on. We can also make the entire empire. We have one empire already, correct? Yes, our Imperial Isles. Now we can make the rocks of Quixote. Quixote. Yeah, go on. Now we have 2 empire titles. And we can vassalize her. But why? I'll do it because it's more influence, but why would she want to be our friend? Well, not our friend, our subject. No. Wants us to switch these people over. I kind of like them more, but also... I care much. It doesn't really matter. It's all the same. Right. Vassal. Kingdom of Uragod. There we are. Vassalize more people. This is getting out of hand. I mean, I'll do it, but... Oh, I see. Very edgy. Yes, that is very true. You know what? That is very true. We're just vassalizing people. All of these people, they don't know who we are, but they're apparently terrified of us. Be not afraid. Oh. I mean, if we're sticking true to classic canon Vok, it's just fire. It's a lot of fire. Just hellfire, but you have free reign. You can do whatever you think fits, whatever's cool. I do not mind. Duchy of Kefia. Give this to somebody. I'll give it to you. But Kefia. That works. That does work. Boiling blood. Hello, hello. Hello, Cronum. Welcome. The Empire building is going well. We are very influential. We have many islands, and a large chunk of them land over here for some reason now. It gave me the option to vassalize by clicking on them, so I did. I have no real direction. I'm just conquering things and clicking buttons, I'll be honest. I just want to build the Empire, make the city amazing. No real direction. Just... Oh, we're ill. Save me. Do not let me die. I wouldn't go that far. Welcome. Yes, give me money, vassals. We've seen that event a ton, and it's still one of the best ones. They just come in and offer their fealty and money. We need 3250. Oh yeah, we started going down blood, didn't we? Our Chancellor drank herself to death. You are very good. Simodon. What is our dynasty? Oh, it is Simodon. So she was part of our thing. Okay. Lovely. That sounds fun. Yes, you are making a true villain. Very far from the source material, but that's fine. It's fun to deviate from that, isn't it? While out on a leisurely stroll, the cry of a particular merchant stands out from the regular hustle and bustle of the street. Greetings, my lady. I have an exquisite assortment of wares, if my lady has the coin. Disappeared the myriad of goods in the stall. Here are... Steward. Murmur. The etchings on that piece must be real, and quite valuable, too. Yes, we'll trust her expertise, I guess. Gertrude Gay. Amazing. That's because that's the name of the house dynasty. Amazing. Phenomenal. That would be me. Well, technically, the name of... the name Vok is from a Pathfinder character. And he's the one that I've put the most time and effort into. He's very, very fun. That's where the name for the channel came from. It's also why there's a very fiery theme for the channel as well. Sticking to him. The name is also from Infernal as well, though. And it's also a reference, I believe, to like a book character, but that's a different thing. Who the hell? Oh, he definitely wasn't a fantasy world. I almost did kind of go, when I was creating him, into like blood magic-y type of stuff. So it's like if he went down a darker path. In a weird way. Why do all these people, I'm just going to hit the vassal button. Over here in Saradon, yes. Which is kind of like the analog to Africa. Northern Africa. Ah, she had created the Liberty faction. Except that she didn't. No, maybe she did. I don't know what's going on anymore. Independent? Okay. Good. They went away. That is a little broken, so... Quartz event. Oh, that's right. Someone's trying to peddle us a worm on a string. Yes, go for it. I love those little worms, by the way. They are just... I just love them. They're so weird. I love the little wormy boys. Yes, your world is much darker. Therefore, he must have went down it's the bad ending. This is the bad place. Really? We can only build... Okay. Blacksmith. Upgrade to a new forge. I hope that this is good. It's just it's very like chill. I say late night. It's like late evening. But yeah, I hope it's still good. It's an entirely different energy than normal. Yeah. I mean, it's relatively dark, although to be fair, the source world is also can be a bit fucked up at times. But yeah, there's like all sorts of demon war stuff apparently going on, and villains, and there's a lot going on. I would not want to live in your world. I feel like I would just die. It's probably not a fun place to live. At least parts of it. It's still good, though. It's very, very fun. Wouldn't want to live there. It's like a peasant, probably, though. Wasn't I thinking on getting new men-at-arms? I think I would. Why do we have so many Marines? I kind of want Arcane Auxiliaries, because they sound cool. Yes. Arcane Auxiliaries, look at... They're so creepy, I like them. They're very creepy. The red eyes, they look vampy, don't they? Very vampire. Hate you. He forced himself into our martial position, and he's just bad. Actually, he's not the worst. He's actually one of the better people we have. I can lawfully imprison her. She's a kinslayer. I'm fine with her. Oh, the signet ring is actually... Yes. Repair. What was the other one? The Brigandine Warhammer. I'm going to use it. Oop. Give me my spear back. I don't really think we care that... Oh. Hit the wrong button. Wrong button. Every time. Sure, reforge into a pedestal item. That sounds interesting. Is anything good? Meh. Executioner and the Lady. Just cool titles. The Executioner. Oh. Yeah. Completely lighthearted. Yes, of course. think we should take them on. Hildegardas the Latani of Hot Brass. We can now seize this duchy, that's the word. I'm a little all over the place as well, because I did also, work all day. So I'm sure it's a little weird. Things are strange. But in a fun way, I hope. Habia, no, they're both awful. Philomela, our daughter and heir. She's pensive. I mean, I like patient and diligent. I just don't like content that much, but at the same time, it's not bad. So we will guide her. We will guide our heir. It's probably a good idea to guide our heir anyway. You go to the capital. You go up there. Just head down the island. Additional tax, that's a lot of taxes. Despite a massive disadvantage, just overwhelming numbers. You throw enough soldiers at a problem, and it stops being a problem. That's the Soviet way, and apparently that's our way. To merge, please, and there you go. So we war with anyone else. We are actually war with a lot of people. Let's just take their land and hope for the best. I don't want to deal with those people. We're just not even going to look at them. If we can't see them, they're not an issue anymore. Our antiquarian wants us to reforge our Svetnik Sokol's Warhammer. It's not great. Another council meeting, another conflict. Our steward and our spymaster arguing violently about the training regime of the troops. As Otto Croatia could silence them with a single word, have a better idea. Our diplomatic pursuits have given us insight on how to handle situations like these to please everyone. I'm going to side with our spymaster, because I feel like having our spymaster like us is better. Generally, that's a good idea, isn't it? If anyone's going to like you, it should be the spymaster. Alright, let's fix that. Okay, there we go. We're good again. Chat's being a bit weird. In terms of, like... Yeah, just being a bit weird. Interesting. There's another thing that kind of has that with, like... Yeah, the helmet that... Like, the torture crown. It's called in RimWorld, at least. Fun. I have to zoom out and do this to look at our culture because it's the info goes too long and we can't see it. Men at arms, trebuchet, bowman can get crossbowmen. Let's get hoardings. Classy kills, quote unquote. Yes, completely normal, not deranged behavior at all. Just, casual, as you do. how long for the siege? It's gonna be close, and we might have to row. Yeah. Where did our spy master go? Where did they go? You know what? Let's not worry about it. Fucking clowns. Amazing. Just it. Pretty much just it. Some weird-ass clown creature. Oh, I see. Inspired by the Joker. That's good. Question mark? Oh, our mother died, apparently. That's another thing that just happened. The siege is almost over. Perfect. Even easier. Enforce, take this, do this. Now we almost have it. We just need to go back to war eventually to get one little piece of island. We can change her contract to our court mage. I think we'll keep it as it is now. I like having her as a the hook. Yeah, we'll throw. Our brother will go marry over there, apparently. We found formed an alliance. We have a lot of money. Let's upgrade that one men-at-arms. There we are. Size 2. Oh yeah, Lovecraftian clown. No, not clown. Yeah, Crawling Chaos. I think I remember that. I'm vaguely knowledgeable of Lovecraftian stuff. I feel like I recognize whatever the hell that name is. I'm not going to try to pronounce it. Also, Egyptian-themed bug people sounds incredible. Massive men-at-arms shift. I think I'm going to get rid of one of these and just upgrade this marine so we can get a little bit more. Oh, we lost a counselor. Good. Didn't really like him anyway. Yeah, we'll make him happy, I guess. Can vassalize Melissa. Over here. Porfix Melissa. External god, one who can intervene. Only one who can talk, quote unquote, with Azathoth. Azaloth, I think. I don't know. The chat's a little fuzzy from the monitor. Yeah. There's some cool Lovecraftian stuff. There's some very interesting like mythos in there. Beyond just, the obvious big Cthulhu, although Cthulhu is pretty cool. But yeah, I've been doing some looking at Lovecraftian stuff to prepare for well, I'm not going to spoil it, but it has to do with eventually when I can go back to playing D&D once the group is back together once, housing situation settles up there. There might or might not be a character who has to deal with eldritch horror. So, I've been looking at Lovecraftian stuff here and there. As you do. I do also have to touch up on my Elder Gods in my homebrew world. Right now, they're kind of just meh, because I haven't really done anything with them. I should really touch them up. I have a lot to do in my homebrew world. Currently just working on drugs and recreational substances and, stuff like that. Which is a really good piece of world building, actually. Because it really helps form, what is the industry around it? Is it illegal? Is there a cartel element? Is there a trade element? Where does it come from? Etc., etc., etc. Plus, that way I'm prepared if any players decide to have a character that does drugs. With actual specific names and effects. A scandalous priest. One of our vassals, overly sympathetic, granting mercy in situations where none is called for. I think we'd be fine with it. King Christoph. He's just losing land left and right, isn't he? Yeah, now this guy's free. He keep getting chopped up. Oh, yes, I wanted to go to you and increase twice. There we are. Some decent men-at-arms. We can probably get in here, although they don't... Actually, they don't care about the coast, do they? So we're fine. Light horsemen, pikemen are needed. Because we saw a lot of cav in our enemies. So, get some cav. I've played for all this time. I don't really pay attention to how the men-at-arm, counter system works. I just pick what looks cool, I'll be honest. Our children are being trained in magic. Our heir... Oh, wait, no. She's the only one that's magically inclined, of course. Humanoid scarabs. That is very cool. I love that. I love the idea of that. That is top-tier world building right there. I like that a lot. I'm not making this duchy again. I'm not making this duchy again. Fuck that. How many times have I had to make that duchy? A little bird. First I thought they were merely idiosyncrasies, but it's clear one of the many servants at court has been furtively signaling me. Approach her with my guards at a quiet moment, she whispers conspiratorially. Great Autocratia, my name is Thekla. We overhear much while waiting on your guests. They hardly even notice our presence. I look at her doubtfully, wondering whether I really want to hear what she says next. She returns a look, clearly unsure whether she's making a mistake, unless she swallows. My lady, Despexa Zoe, your inept vassal, has intimate relations with Irvoca... I can't say that. Behind the closed doors of your castle. I swear it. Good for them. I don't know. I don't really care. Spend money, though, and get... Yes. We'll use her to get information for us. Our son. Yes, let's have our husband. Although, please, don't turn him... I don't think you can turn him into a lunatic. But I took Philomela out playing with a bow. To my surprise, she ran into a wounded doe. Had not hesitated in the slightest to bring it down. I do kind of like her keeping ambitious. Yes. Ooh. Eyes got teleported. Interesting. Eyes that defy reality. Amazing. Rise of the furries. You can't have a fantasy world without some kind of anthropomorphic animal race, can you? Just look at the dozen or so like classic D&D ones. Although to be fair, some of them are badass. Tabaxi are unironically just very powerful. Our cousin has created another. We have a lot of cadet branches. I want to play someone down here because this is all like jungles and made from people from the deep south of the continent. Ooh, lion people are cool too. The Leonin race is very cool. In D&D is what I'm thinking of. But also aesthetically, just lion people and cat people. I don't know, I think they're cool. Lion folk and tiger folk. Loxodons, the elephant people are pretty cool. They're just big elephants. I don't know, I just think they're neat. Yeah, something about pirates from the south that settled in here, migrated of faith when the adversarians deemed that the piracy and attempts at colonization were a nuisance to the empire. Yeah, pirates and like warriors driven to the south here. I just think they're kind of cool. Play one of those. I'll probably play a Chevalier race because I do want to fuck around with Griffins. I don't know how long we'll be playing this mod before moving on to something else. I really don't know. We'll have to see. I'm down to play at least one or two more playthroughs of this before we go like maybe to heavily modded not vanilla base game. Maybe could be fun. Or if there's any other good overhaul mods, I'll take recommendations. Ooh, Naga are cool. And Wildling, that's cool. Brazilian folklore. I don't really know anything about Brazilian folklore, but it sounds interesting. And a crow that alters reality. That's just a normal crow. All crows are secretly elder gods. Don't you know? Oh, we should probably get people like antiquarians and stuff, huh? How long have we not had an antiquarian? Who the hell knows? Almoner, Derrick. Seneschal will be good, though. Dusk. Can we make a court poet? Court musician. I could make a self-insert character. If I did that, I would probably do it actually in RimWorld, where I can actually be like the racing class and stuff. But I'll see. I do kind of want to make essentially like a wizard, like a just make like fucking Saruman or some shit. A wizard in the middle of nowhere, raising an army and just causing problems. It depends. I still don't know what that is. It just doesn't tell us. Should probably go to war. Just because, really. How long do we have a truce with... Oh, it's up. Very well, then. Cowabunga it is. Destroy. Just march on the capital and enter. Oh, I see. Well, still. It's the bird that controls everything. It causes illusions. Secretly controls the world. Probably not, but that's just how birds be. Do we need 19,000 soldiers here? Absolutely not. So, let's get rid of most of them. Uh-oh. We should be fine, right? I think so. The Crimson Falcon, the Hand of God. Those are some very interesting names. Those are hell of a name. She can be lazy, which I do not want. She can be craven or arbitrary. Ugh. I mean, it basically counters ambitious, except a little bit of extra stress. It's supposed to craven, be a coward. Less martial, more intrigue. Less likely to die from schemes in battle, though. She's already a covetous planner, so... Embrace the... Now she's an analytic craven. Embrace it. What the fuck? Who are you? But why? Why are you... How do you have so many... I guess we're going to war. We should probably call our allies in. Just... This is probably not going to go well. Every little bit helps. Yeah. I don't want to keep them all together. Just, you know. I would also love to end this war so we can get this 4,000 odd to the front line. And call on more allies. Oh, no, that's for a different war. No, I don't want that. See, I don't like that. I don't like whatever's happening there. Actually, let's just go to their capital. That worked last time. When in doubt, just march on their capital. Fuck it. Enough to get a white piece. Perfect. Enforce, thank you. Move this army also up to the capital. At least to this area. What is this area? We need to get rid of it. To you. You hold this area. Yes. Okay. Oh. He's a cult. I mean, the Hand of God sounds like someone who would have a cult. That is very strange, yes. But I mean, yeah, I mean that's just normal cult leader behavior. Still absolutely deranged. Inheritable? No. All. Do we have any mages? Magi? Yeah, go on, man. Let's get magic into this part of the family, I suppose. Life of fire, curse being burned alive. Huh. I survived because the fire burning inside of me was stronger than the one around me. Or whatever his quote was. You know the guy. Yes. Siege. Oh. Oh Lord, they coming. Oh Lord, they coming. Really, even with all of that, it won't. Why, though? It's just all around. Okay, yeah, sure. Our spouses want us to broaden our horizons. More stewardship. We might lose a chunk of our empire. I mean, honestly, though, I don't care that much about this, but it'll be annoying, but I get the feeling we might lose something here. Get the Holy Order in? No. And we really can't hire anyone because mercenaries are not good. Nope, leaving them to fight their own thing. But losing this war score, we had no real chance. Why will we lose realm? Oh, over there, I don't care. Where Pergante again? What happened to the last one? Oh. Yeah, that would make him immortal, wouldn't it? If he was bound to just the existence of a people. Definitely a bit fucked up. But interesting. And that's the important part. Yeah, we'll probably lose a chunk of... We'll lose Anorthala. Anorthala. It's fine. Architect, yeah, we'll keep going down this for a bit. Can demand some payments. Give money. We'll lose a chunk, but that's fine. Maybe we'll just end the Imperial Isles. I don't know. What do we think? How do we feel about continuing it or ending it after today? Do we want to end it, start fresh next week, next time, with something new, or do we want to keep on keeping on with this? What do we think? Eupraxia. Oh, I see. It's the why of the curse. Quick, let's build something before they take all our money in the peace deal. Quickly. Thank you. Yes, especially the posture. My back does hate me when I forget to sit up straight, especially after I've been working. Because, physical activity, physical work is not kind on your back or your feet. But thank you. We're definitely losing this war, but hey, we'll see how it goes. We're probably gonna end up having to give them money, huh? No, it's a holy war. Ah, okay. That's fine then. Trusting or fickle? She's craven and trusting, but ambitious. A strange combination, but... Oh, I see, I see. Interesting. Yeah. Oh, our husbando died. Died of heart failure. We're only 40? Really? Sure. A mage. A nice tragic backstory. Who doesn't love it? Those are the best kind. I do love a good tragic backstory, to be honest. Oh, we're gonna take their capital for all the good that it does us. Suppose you'd want a white piece? No, of course not. Or let's see what we can do. They're just going to come stomp us, aren't they? Just absolutely destroy us. Slap us around. Why don't we just have all this? Why don't we have this entire area just slowly growing? Interesting. There's already a babby, except it's the other daughter. Okay, yeah. Not our heir. Who we should look for? Honestly, just keep genius. Genius and handsome. Sure. What the fuck? Yeah, he's basically is immortal at that point, isn't he? That's like not even a... That's like a number that's just astronomical, isn't it? He's basically like the end, the big bad at the end of the everything. Just immensely powerful, ancient, and immortal, and just mad. We have lost our uncle. God, oh yeah, wasn't he teaching? Yes, he was. We lost an antiquarian as well. My voice is starting to go a bit, apparently. Rude. Almoner. Court Artificer. Oh, they need to have an inspiration or previous... Okay, yeah. Someone of our blood to be a court physician. Is there any chance of us winning the last bit of this war? Absolutely not. Oh. Sea cultists in the pits of the Silver Phoenix. Where? In there. How did you become sea cultists? Sir, where is your ocean? You know what? Let's not worry about it. Nope, we're not. She's ambitious and our daughter. We're not putting her as our lady in waiting. That is a good way to be murdered. She will destroy us. That's a good way to get murdered. Just, yeah, no. Not happening. Yes, extra dev growth. Dev growth of 30. It's at 30. 30 dev. Yes, it's an ocean of unpleasant things, I suppose. So interesting. Here's a rank. Yeah, like not like a good person, but like more of a metaphysical, not metaphysical, you know what I mean? Like a thing. Instead of, yeah. I get you. Fastest way to get a dagger to the spine. Yes, it is. That is the most classic of political assassinations I've seen. It's asking for trouble. You want murder? That's how you get murder. I mean, maybe... No. There's no way to get a white piece, is there? Damn. You know, we're just going to stretch this war out then, I guess. Just really make it painful for them. Oh, actually... Oh. Hello? You fool. Exploiting the AI. Why would they do that? They knew that they could destroy us. And yet, for some reason... I'll take it, though. I will happily take it. Interesting. An entire ranking system. Very cool. That's neat. And I've not really seen that very much in settings. Very cool. Trying to look over my mic to see what I'm trying to build. Building Stone Depot. Yes. Stone Carver. Anastasia. Let's create this duchy. And just give it to you. We can get new coins, which... Oh, yes. We'll debase the coins and also get new coins everywhere, so we get money and div growth. Oh, I see. The normal people can get up to silver. And so on and so forth. The cooler you are, the higher rank you get. Just have to be awesome. There's probably more to it than that. Or maybe not. Maybe it's nice and simple. Ooh, that is actually a good question. If someone could lie about what rank they are. That's a good question, actually. I wonder the same thing. Just vibe into the music as well. Reforged into a pedestal item. Is it any good? Probably not. Never is. Well, actually, Prestige, Natural Dread, that's not bad. Is our Grandeur max? Oh, it's not. Let's upgrade to the maximum Grandeur. We can definitely afford it. Hell yeah, look at our Grandeur. We're the #1 in the world. Hell yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure everyone speaks Adversarian now. Well, a lot of them do. All of these courts do over here. And down here, and everywhere. Even these ones speak it. Huh. Oh, interesting. They essentially scan people to, see what rank they are. And the fact, yeah, I guess it makes sense if you're powerful enough, then they could tell just from looking at you, right? Makes sense, makes sense. Interesting. Old Town Wall. You know, it lowers the holding taxes a bit. I'm going to keep upgrading. Still losing my voice a little bit. Lady in Waiting, Master of the Horse. Oh, we lost the Master of the Hunt as well, didn't we? Yep. Is there a way to just put, like, say, automatically... Just to say, automatically pick the best person when someone dies? Something like for Master of the Horse or Hunt, I usually pick people that are best. Although you can do it to make people like you, right? They get an opinion based on it. Everyone wants to join us. We're just that cool. Our daughter has come of age. Betrothed to marry. Oh god. Mosaku Limpagal. 40,000. This is the Mongol horde, essentially, isn't it? 40,000. The Lelmont. They come from the south beyond the deserts. They're here to fuck us up. Well, everybody, really. Interesting. We are Perdante. We have another babby on the way. We can make baby. A whole reincarnation system with the gods. Interesting. Am I excited for the Hispanian DLC? I suppose. I don't actually know much about it. I haven't really kept up with it. From what little I've seen, it does look pretty interesting. Now it's probably going to break mods. That's fun. But it looks interesting. It might be time to go back for a third Iberian campaign. Because this whole DLC or whatever deals with Iberia pretty much, right? It's kind of its whole focus. Maybe we should go back and... Because, I mean, we've done a couple as Leon. Maybe we can actually go back and try as the other side, as one of the Islamic nations, one of the caliphates. Or the Umarites, I don't remember. Emirates, Umarites, caliphates? Maybe even from the 867 start, because we've done the 1066 start as well as Leon. Maybe I'll do an 867 Muslim stuff. New stuff, new counties, most excited for the new clothes. Hell yeah. The aesthetic, it means everything. Everything. I haven't really looked at it much, but it does look pretty neat. Genius and a late mage. We're having a lot of fairly impressive children here. Our daughter has had just a genius. Nothing from the father. The father's had no part thing. Although he is, lunatic's not hereditary, right? No, it's not congenital. Good. Good. Lunatic is such a fun trait to have, though. You can do such random things. Oh, interesting. So even a relatively minor change in rank is significant. Interesting. Rule of cool? Absolutely. Rule of cool is the way to live. You're going to play 867 Mozarabi, Arabized Christians. Ooh. You know what? I might steal that idea and do that as well, because that sounds pretty cool. I am... Color me intrigued. We have a lot of money. Hold on. Let's actually use this money. Well, first, let's get a few... Yes. Marines, Raiders. Should we actually... Let's wait for the next... We can get Legionnaires eventually. Legionaries. Yes, maybe we'll save that then. So in that case, let's build things in our capital. Or anywhere, but mainly our capital. Our capital is the best place to be. Magic beacon, a great magical fire in the lighthouse. That's pretty badass. Can we do anything with all of this prestige? How long until we can do another pilgrim? Oh, we can actually maybe do it now? Oh, we can. Okay, let's look at this then. We have agrarian industrious. Let's add another thing to it. Castle keepers, city holdings. Less control growth. No, I don't think these are technically. I don't think they are. Culture blending, equal inheritance. Garden architect. Hill dwellers. A lot of this terrain is forest, actually, oddly enough. Forest. With a farmland right in the middle. Maritime mercantilism. Extra taxes from the... I think maybe we do that. We would definitely be in trade. Middlemen of Empire. Yeah, I think we would go maritime mercantilism. Considering trade. We are the center of all trade at this point. Getting a wee bit late. Another half hour, 45, I think. Deus Vult. Crusader Kings is fun. It's not my favorite of the Paradox games, but it's a lot of fun. Just by the amount played, I think EU4 would be considered my favorite, even if it is infuriating sometimes. Victoria 2 is actually a phenomenal. Just because I love the super economic system, I just like the economic system. I don't know, I just like economics. I just like building things. I'm a simple man. I like administration. Sure, you know what? Forge a Crown. And of course, Stellaris, even though it's not quite the same, like, it's not clustered in with the rest of the Paradox games, Stellaris is pretty fucking cool. And Hearts of Iron I don't care about. I am not interested. Hold the sun to become a demigod. That's quite the trial. The idea of the struggle. Struggle as in like the scenario of the Battle Royale of Iberia or something else. Short multiplayer session, several players. Yeah, yeah, that's right. That's what you're talking about. I should read the rest of the message. The thing. That would help. If I wish I could read. I see. New mechanic, yeah. The sign can't stop me because I can't read. We get money for prestige. We can also develop our capital. Do you want to get... Oh. We need to get our stewardship up. Stewardship. That's the right word. Oh god, I don't like that the game has lagged out. Hold on. Please. What is happening? Okay, no, we're past it. Don't know what that was. I don't like that. We can get our stewardship up to 25. We can make a bloodline, though. Sword subjects. You know what? We're going to get some stress, but we're going to develop our cap. Helps with growth. We're going to get a little stressed out, but not always a bad thing. Look, we got athletic. We're going to go out for a ride and reduce our stress. So everything's fine. Yeah, once you hit demigod, it seems you can just like do whatever you want. You don't have to worry, right? Hero rank villain, almost like a demigod. Huh. Rip died before I could get a challenge. Yeah, same. World War II is interesting enough, I guess, but it's never really been my thing. World War One is more interesting than World War Two, but even then, I don't know. I like other parts of history. But the fighting mechanic would be very interesting for CK3, or just other games in general. That is the one thing I do quite like, the mechanics and like the units and the fighting, even if I don't understand any of it. It looks cool. Vicky 3 is... I'm super hyped for Vicky 3. I'll probably play Vicky 3 at some point when it comes out, I'll be honest. CK's your fave. Stellaris your second? Stellaris is really good, though. It's an entirely different vibe, though, Stellaris. It's its own thing, really, isn't it? Yeah, oh yeah, with the combat in Victoria, I got no fucking clue how that works. I don't understand it in the slightest, but the economic side I'm great at, and I love it so much. Oh, the economics is so fun. And everything else, the crisis system and all that, sphere of influence, it's all pretty cool. Vicky 3 will be cool. And then other games, technically there are other Paradox games that aren't like the map-making ones, like Surviving Mars, which is cool, City Skylines, which has always been fun, all that fun stuff. But, yeah, of the main map games, I think, EU4, Vicky, Crusader Kings, actually no, EU4, Stellaris, CK3, or CK and Vicky are like tied, and then Hoi 4, or Hearts of Iron is just, it's just down there. It's fun to watch it, like certain people play it. It's fun to watch people's videos on it, but I have no interest in playing it myself. Like ISP, he always has good videos on it, because he doesn't take it seriously. He's not, fucking LARPer of a certain country that everyone always does. It's like those reviews of like 5,000 hours. Wouldn't recommend playing it. I love it. I think I have like 1,100 hours in EU4. I mostly play modded, like Extended Timeline and Imperium Universalis and Anbenar. Anbenar's a good one. But yeah, I play it a lot when I just have downtime. Well, I haven't actually. The Elder Scrolls mod for EU4 is really good. Really good. You have over 4,000. You have 4389 CK2. That is ridiculous. I love it. I don't even think my highest hour game's anywhere near that. I bump into a very grave-looking Nefertcow, my metalsmith, hoping she doesn't bring ill news of the splendid crown she'll have ready for me soon. There you are, my liege. I've hit a wall in my work. Nothing major. My ideas have gone to ground as the pressure mounts. Just need some inspiration. Might have some prior examples, I could imagine. We could go have fun with her. We're athletic. Okay, her muse flees. I've played a lot of... I got distracted. I've played a lot of CK2 as well. There's a lot of fun. I really liked... My favorite one was I made like a immortal Viking warrior who wielded Mjolnir and dueled everybody to the death and just beat the shit out of them. He was great. Also, being a lunatic in that game is phenomenal. Sick feeling is rising in our stomach. Try to make it back to my chambers. The door shrinks before my very eyes. What's happening? So I can smell something. Something I know I've smelled before, but where? Servant asks me if I'm alright, but I cannot answer her. Cannot do anything. Did we just have a stroke? I think we just had a stroke. Can we play as Aurelius? Is that a character in Godherja? Can I play as Aurelius? I've recognized the name, I think. Forged from brass set with small pieces of jet. Is it any better than our other crap? It helps with vassal limit, but I like this one for building cost. Dead, killed by God, overpowered. Which is like the inspiration for a thing of yours. Or am I missing something? Who is Aurelius? I played a lot of CK2 back in the day. Oh, we're possessed. A lot of CK2. A lot of it was offline, or not offline, on a different Steam account though, so I don't have a lot of the hours reflected on this Steam account. But it was good. I've not played it recently. And yes, Howl at the Moon. I like Lunatic. You can make laws where people can't wear pants, or you can make turnips people. All sorts of crazy shit. Oh, you mean create a character called Aurelius? Yeah, I can do that. Absolutely. That'd be fun. Just give me guidance. Oh yeah, have a good night. Have a good one. It's good to have you around. And hopefully if this is the more permanent CK3 slot, then you can be around much more often. Yeah, we've been experiencing some episodes lately. Something comes over us, taking charge of our body, leaves us tired and confused. We're to hide it from people. Well, it's hard to control. Something that comes and goes as it pleases. We are now possessed. That's fun. The hole in the castle walls. Oh god. I played one. I called him the Witch of Wessex. He was a pagan, immortal lunatic who... Oh no, he wasn't pagan. He was part of Lucifer's order, which also the orders, those things in CK2, amazing. I love them. I love the orders. Those were so cool. I'm gonna play CK2 at some point. I think we might play CK2 on the channel at some point. That'd be fun. I've just been sitting here doing nothing. I'm just talking and getting distracted. That's fine. It's how it be. That's normal for me. Yeah, CK2 was it had some good moments. Although I do really like the they did streamline and pretty a lot of things up for CK3. Did I say CK2? Yeah, 2, 3. CK3 is good. There's some nice we're gonna be a poet now, apparently. There's some nice improvements, like quality of life stuff for CK3 that I am quite a fan of. Plus, I like this. I like the lifestyle thing. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Aw, Sag. We're not gonna get the monks and mystics. Sad times indeed. Honestly, well, they've added artifacts in, which were one of my favorite things in CK2. Now they just need... if they added in the orders, then that would be even better. Then it would be like the perfect... Well, not the perfect game, but, you know, it'd be a great game. It'd be even better. It would have been... Yeah, they were trying to go in a different direction, kind of, though, weren't they? So I get what they were going for, I guess. Trying to start a bit fresh, I suppose. With this. My favorite event was the chess game with death that I just couldn't resist attempting every time I got it. And every time I died. Without fail. Just... You think I would have learned. I couldn't help myself. It's just badass. The very first time I played CK2 with that, I think it was, I don't remember when it was added. Was it base game or was it a DLC? I think it was a DLC, wasn't it? The first time that I played with that in it, I got the event, didn't know what was going on, and died. And it completely ruined the game because I think I was doing the tutorial again for a kick, and Alfonso died before he should have, and the entire game broke. Like, entire game broke. And it was just hilarious. Because he's not... The game intentionally keeps him from dying from anything, except for apparently that event. Yeah, pretty much always remember losing. I maybe won once, but our disloyal vassal. He's paying us too little. Yes, we will attempt to get him. Yeah, he will pay what he owes us. Alas, who are you? I don't even know who you are. Leave. Oh, I see. Yeah, it would be a huge accomplishment. You just would be ecstatic, wouldn't you? It's damn near impossible to win. So managing it was such a huge moment. I think I might go back and play CK2 at some point. Maybe like as a special event type of deal. When did CK2 release? Is there like an anniversary coming up we can do? Like a special, 10th or like 15th anniversary or some shit. Forge us a weapon worthy of Mordor. I don't think that's the quote. It's an army worthy of Mordor, not a weapon. But, yeah. Same vibe, same thing. Now, speaking of CK2, this is a CK2 track, because that's one of my go-to mods I always have installed. There's a Swedish story about death chess playing with a human. Yeah, I think I remember that. And that's of course where the inspiration for it comes from. It also helps that it's a Swedish story, doesn't it? Because, obviously, paradox. Just like in EU4, Sweden is broken as hell because it's paradox. They're Sweden. Sweden is broken as hell nowadays, I believe, in EU4. I've actually not played it since just after Leviathan. I've not played it with the France update, and there's another one coming out soon enough as well. I've not played since shortly after Leviathan, I think. Although actually I did play a lot after Leviathan. I really like the great building things. I don't know, they're really cool. Yes, the county IDs. Because I've done a lot of like dev mode stuff in EU4, especially when I was playing extended timeline. I had to play God to get things to work. Yeah, I believe Stockholm is province ID 1, isn't it? And then so on and so forth, radiating out from it. Our daughter has had Anna and Georgios. Twins. But I mean, if I was going to make a game, I would put my home place as being incredibly powerful. I would absolutely be biased. Come on. You gotta. What do we want a weapon to do? Get a casualties modifier, night related, or terrain. You know what? We'll let her decide. Let her, let's roll the dice. I really haven't done any expanding lately. I think we will continue the Isles just because next time when we do it, I'll do rapid expansion. I feel like this is more just, it's just chatting with CK3 in the background. Which, that's fine. It's definitely a game that lends itself more to just chatting. It's not like I pay super attention to the game anyway when I do play it, let's be honest. I do love CK2 music. That is another thing. Out of the two, the music between CK2 and CK3, without a doubt, without question, CK2. Yeah, the city of Poddersdam. Poddersdam on the mainland. Yeah, go for it. They're gonna pay me $750 for it. Strengthen our currency again? Yes, I will. Their inspiration's in Islander Warhammer. Wrought iron head's been etched to display a relief of the holy blood, mounted on elegant olive wood shaft, been inlaid with mother of pearl. That is ostentatious, and I love it. Prowess, it's alright. Yes, Pagan Fury especially. I have the songs from Pagan Fury on my MP3 player for work. I love that much. La La La, Until We Die, Viking Gods. I think those were from Pagan Fury. Amazing. I have... Yep. Yep. Top tier. 10 out of 10. It might be nostalgia talking, but I don't care. I just like it much better. I have a mod that specifically adds CK2 music to it, as well as a mod that adds royalty-free fantasy music. Oh, I see. Viking Gods was full-play metal. I see. Well, yeah. I think I blend those both together because when I played CK2, I didn't play for a while. When I came back, I got I got them both at the same time, and I always forget them. Also, oh shit, the Fog Eaters are here. News from the Foglands becoming clearer. Scathach Aron. Hey, isn't that... That's the Welsh god of death. Yeah, that's the Welsh god of death. That name right there. Aron. Fog Eater warlord declared himself the Garfumder, a war speaker of the Fog Eater tribes. Under him is an army in the thousands, along with a massive cohort of strange fog beasts. What some are saying, spirits that have somehow decided to follow the armies out of the fog. Their intentions are clear. Worst of all, seems to be an exception among his people. Shrewd and intelligent, competent general. The biggest threat from the Foglands is the fog itself. 70,000. 70,000. Excuse you? You fucking what? Oh. This is fine. He's diligent, ambitious, sadistic, pillar strategist, flexible leader, forced fighter, exceptional magi 3, Herculean, lunatic, pale, rift sight, mixed magic, Garfumder. He's the war speaker. He just gets a ton of stuff. You fucking what, mate? Yes. That line is specifically... Although, it is unfortunate, the VOD does get copyrighted. Copyright claimed on YouTube, not on Twitch, fortunately, but on YouTube, when Until the Day We Die, I believe is the name of the song, shows up. That's the only one out of the entire soundtrack of CK2 that's copyrighted. I don't know why. Also, where the fuck did he go? Did he die just that quickly? That's anticlimactic. Hold on. Got it from that. Really? Did he actually die? That is beyond anticlimactic. No, there he is. Never mind, he's here. I'm pinning him. No, he's here, but his realm is going back and forth. I don't know what's going on. Yes, I love it. My personal favorite is La La Lay, I think. But all of the ones off of both of those DLCs, the music tracks are good. Also, I just really like the I don't remember exactly what it's called. Um it's the one that has vocals to the intro track to CK2. I don't remember what it's called, but the intro to CK2 when you load up the game, that with lyrics. I don't remember what it's called, but that one's really good. What is this song now? I have not heard half of these songs. Remember when you got the death event, didn't want to do it, imprison him and execute. You can imprison and execute death. I feel like that's cheating. But you know what? If it works, it works, I suppose. It's like, hey, that's illegal. Let's do a pro gamer move. Your perfume industry. Or this. Permanent embassies, a lot of prestige and renown. We host folk from around the world. Let's upgrade our siege workshop as well. You can be dead, but sometimes after his execution he comes to your room at night. That sounds like a 2-sentence horror story, and I love it. That is ridiculous. Amazing. Makes no sense as well that you could be able to execute death. The game just breaks from the sounds of it when you try that. Died from a hunting accident. That's not very good. Dalkenny, yes. Master of the Hunt. Yeah, you can do it. Court Poet. We will be our own court poet. You can't do that. But you could. What if you could? Who are you? Who are you? If I were to let you out, could not employ as executioner. Alright. Well. Ballistic workshop and permanent embassies. Hell yeah. What do we need for the next thing? I think it was like 32.5, wasn't it? 32.5, yep. Or 32.50. I'm going to colonize at least this one. At least one more. My court musician approaches us, skipping along to a rhythm only she can hear. Some of your attention, my lady. I've prepared an all-male choir beyond compare. With my new method, they not only sing, but wear tights, don ornate codpieces atop their glimmering loins, dance in a synchronized fashion. Alright, relax, lady. This Twitch, TOS. All amidst praising the purest, of course. I'm certain you fund a grand performance. Most please the ladies at the court. You can say no and arrest her. The tights are too tight for the ladies. Or, yes. fine, yes. All ladies of the court get plus 10. All lustful get plus 20. And we get 20 popular opinion. Sure. I mean, why not? I think I'm gonna get enough to colonize, but then I think we're probably have to wrap it up. It's been a couple hours and it's getting a touch late. So I have a couple things I probably have to do before bed. Get a bit. I think it's went well though. I think this has gone pretty well. It's been a nice 2-hour shorter stream. We managed to get CK3 back at last. And I might have this be more permanent. I don't like it. Oh yeah, I did see that they're going to remove Visigothic. Be historical culture instead, like that's still not sure that means that. I believe, if I remember what I saw, they made a more historically. Actually, now I can't say that because I don't actually know. I feel like I should know, but maybe let me see if I can. Yes. I think, yeah, like pre-split. Maybe. But I mean, it makes sense because realistically, it wasn't always that accurate for Visigothic to be there. It was just kind of like a fun, you know, alt history type of deal. You could be Visigoths. It was fun. It was neat. But yeah, I can see why they probably got rid of it. If they want it to be a little more, I guess, accurate, I suppose. Words are failing me at this point. Monster infestation in the colony. Nope, just let them be. Yeah, I don't remember exactly. I think it said something about being pre-split before 1066 already, so it's already split into whichever. Yeah, it wasn't quite Visigothic, was it? It was, yeah, it's Hispania. They started to mingle with natives and adopt new language, and yeah, they became less Goth, more, well, yeah, Hispanic, Hispaniolic. That's the one. Maybe, I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say, I'm sure. I hope someone does, because I don't know what I'm trying to say. I mean, yeah, well, I believe they added it in the Charlemagne DLC because it was CK2 was very much a fuck around and find out game. It's like, what crazy shit can we put it in? Is it historically accurate? Absolutely not. Is it cool? Yes. Yes. Put it in. That's basically was their modus operandi. That's the word, I think. Just do whatever felt cool. But yeah, it makes sense if they're trying to go with a more serious vibe to probably get rid of it. It is still, what I remember, it is still in the game files though, so people can mess with it for like alt history mods and stuff. So that's cool. It is a cool name though too, Gothic. The Visigoths. Let's colonize. Yeah. Is good that they, because also they probably, if they tried to get rid of it entirely, I'm sure something would break. In true Paradox faction, something would probably break horribly. I mean, things are going to break horribly anyway, but you know. Yeah, well. Yeah, you can just like you can make your Hellenic in the character creator, can't you? Which is always fun. I'd love to do another Alexander the Great run at some point. Make him actually Hellenic. I don't know if you were around for that, but we did a Alexander the Great campaign. Started from Hellas and rose to have his entire empire. It was a real pain in the ass, but it was fun. Bit of a pain in the ass, though. Hell yeah. I didn't know if you remembered or not. I barely remember it. I'll be honest, I have an awful memory. I barely remember that back then. I'm especially bad with faces and names. Names especially, which is, unfortunate when stream, but I recognize enough names over time. If people spend enough time in chat, I instantly remember you. So, that's plus. Because you're around quite often. I'm just rambling. It's late. Wait until they add Roman to the game without rule designer. Ooh, Roman heavy infantry. Let's just completely forget that there's a Paradox Rome game. I actually quite like Imperator Rome. I like the trade goods system. I like the fact you can build cities and roads. It really satisfies the administrative need I have. I don't do it for war or conquest. I just like building cities and roads and like securing trade goods and like building prosperous trade routes and shit. I don't care about combat. I just want to build. I had a really fun game as Axum, the Aksumite Empire, so that was fun, as Ethiopia. That's an interesting one. Yes, I would. Basically, we need to take little bits and pieces from each Paradox game and throw it into one monster, and that would be the ideal Paradox game, especially if it went from like Roman times to modern times, just everywhere. Just have it span 3,000-4,000 years of human history and combine bits from EU4, Hearts of Iron, CK3, Imperator, Vicky. Just the best bits. I'm sure that's actually a hell of a thing to mod, so that hasn't happened yet. If they did that, I would instantly buy it. I would shell out like $100 on it. Which I would never spend full price on a game except for that game. While we're dreaming of impossible games, why not throw a Total War screen when you go into battle, like that one buggy ass mod for EU4? When you enter a battle, it actually just goes into a Total War screen. While we're dreaming. I'd love to play Total War games on this channel. I just want to play all the games ever. Just all games. One day, we'll work our way through all games. Let's go build in the capital. Last thing we'll do. We'll just build something. Servant quarters, weight rooms, a circus, backroom brothel. Let's go upgrade, gymnasium into something fancy. Let's wait for a little more gold so we can build one more thing. Probably, let's do winemaker into a tavern quarter. Alrighty, well, I am gonna have to end it here. I think it went well. I think this went very well. I hope that y'all think so as well. I hope that y'all have enjoyed. I have a decent PC. I'd have to try them, but like I've played Total Warhammer #1, high graphics, no issue. So I could probably play some of the newer Total War games without much of an issue. It's not the best computer, but I think it's good enough for Total Warhammer 1. So, maybe. Although that's without streaming. Streaming does eat up a lot of the usage, doesn't it? Oh well, that'll be a bridge we cross when we get to it. Yes, I'm gonna go back to the menu. I hope that y'all have enjoyed. It's been fun. I kind of like it being on like a Thursday evening / night. It kind of works. I don't know. It almost crashed as we were exiting. That would have been very rude. But yeah, I should be back tomorrow. I'll probably be doing some more RimWorld, Devil's Veil in the morning, and then Pillars of Eternity in the afternoon. Should be fun. Nice two-parter. I don't have to play RimWorld in the morning because we've already played it this week. I kind of just really want to play RimWorld again. I don't have a problem. It's a good game. Can't help myself. Just want to play RimWorld. My favorite game that we've played. Like, legitimately, RimWorld is probably my favorite game. Especially with the monster mod pack we have. But yeah. I hope that y'all have enjoyed, and that you have a good rest of your night. So, until then, you've never played it? I'd recommend it, or at least watching people play it. It's a good game. I recommend Mr. Samuel Streamer. He does a lot of good RimWorld series. But yeah. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, 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 bye. Have a good one.